Hello, class. I am reporting tonight on our issue of diversity and literacy application. What I chose to talk about is the lesson, The Book Thief, that I did a long time ago for the MAT program. The Book Thief lesson was was for Literature Circle using the book The Book Thief, which is based on, it's a historical fiction based on just a story about a girl that takes place during the Holocaust. Um, for this project, I use The Book Thief, plus, if you remember doing the field trips that we set up for class for Ellie's class, I use the field trip application for that project. How I saw that I could expand that project was first I looked again back at our article, Literacy Issues for the 21st Century, and I read that a little bit, and it talked about how we could better prepare students for 21st century reading and learning, and how by doing that we need to have the students be able to think critically and dig deeper within the text. Also, the other resource that I used from our class is Learning and Understanding Content, which is, I have it pulled up here. Oh, maybe I don't. Well, it's an article that I chose about learning and understanding content through reading. And that article talked about how we need to move past what the text says and really look at a lot more a lot more nonfiction, and how schools, I know OPS right now is really pushing towards reading nonfiction texts and learning how to dig deeper within the text by text tagging and doing text features and doing um, looking back at like close reading by looking back at the text several times to really understand what the text is trying to say. And that was a lot about what that resource, Learning and Understanding Content, was about. Um, so how I decided that I could expand the Book Thief and make it a little bit more diverse and make sure that we're looking at those pieces of hitting critical thinking and looking at nonfiction text was by using, there's a book called Poetry of the Holocaust. I know one of the books is called The Butterfly, and it has several pieces of poetry in there that was written by individuals within concentration camps. And then in the back of the book, it tells for each author of each author of each piece of poetry, it tells about their experience at the concentration camp. Or excuse me, it tells about, yeah, it tells a little blip of a story about their experience at the concentration camp. And also the students can learn that each of the individuals that wrote stories from the concentration camp do pass away. So it's a very sad story, but the hope within the poems and seeing just the diversity within each of the writers and the diversity within just the time period is very insightful. Also, another thing that I thought of is that we could use nonfiction short stories about the Holocaust to really be able to look at the diversity of the individuals who were impacted by the Holocaust and all the individuals that were taken, or um, that were within the Holocaust, and um, that to really dig a little bit deeper and to think about what that looked like on the nonfiction side. Also, I thought we could use Jewish nonfiction short reads, or look at just the Jewish religion and culture and what that looks like, and just dig a little bit deeper within that, and to really look at why um, Hitler believed that Jewish people were not able to, or not good enough to be within society. I think that those three things would really help the students understand why, or really understand a little bit more about the book thief. And I think that would give them a greater understanding. I also think that it would also hit for all types of learners because, like the poetry would really help with the learners who like poetry and some of the nonfiction texts with the individuals who like nonfiction texts. And there's also several activities that could be implemented within those three different diverse texts. Also, I'm just going to look here real quick. It says provide 3 reasons why you believe these revisions would enhance your students' recognition, understanding, and value of diversity within our society. I know when I was talking in my classroom about, we were talking about Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I was reading just passages from that book to get them interested in reading the book. Um, and that book is also touches a little bit about World War II. And I asked them, who knows what time period World War II took place? Who knows what happened during World War II? Who knows the people that were impacted during World War II? And I was shocked that only one person or one student out of 20 knew. So that's where I think sometimes we take our knowledge for granted and don't really think about that these students haven't been exposed to these types of text or readings or just diversity and different cultures and different religions. And so I think we just take it for granted and think, oh, they already know about it, because I was very shocked when I found that out. Um, I think that by implementing all these pieces within my classroom and within the text, I believe the students will just have a deeper understanding, and therefore when you have a deeper understanding, you're able to reflect better, and you'll be able to remember information better, and therefore I feel like this is a really beneficial assignment to really think about this. And if you have any questions for me, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening tonight. Have a great day. Bye bye.